talk about a big play, hey, you don't get any bigger than that.
When I'm in my zone and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh, no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face, cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you ain't hooping around and tear out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, the only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk, cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of brinds. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And no chance to get away as though... At about the 17-yard line. The drive starts with a run by White. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This defense for the Bears, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Huntley's throw there into the hands of Ross. Finding room at midfield. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a curving one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Little power on the move that time, but still tackled shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here's Fields.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
That is caught by Smith-Schuster.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On 4th down, Fields.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Cut 19! Cut 19!
Huntley to throw.
And a catch right side by Evans.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Buccaneers sit 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
79 Broncos.
Here's Huntley.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 50 Bobcat, 50 Bobcat.
Ready.
To throw, Huntley. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give him a fresh set of downs.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Was shot right with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Fields. On the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Past the 20. 5, touchdown, Chicago. Jelani Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bears have cut it back within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40, 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to...
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw. Huntley. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan,
his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
last time out they had the fumble that led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles, but they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Fields now to throw. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. One play action. Fields. This pass is caught by London. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On the counter, Ingram. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run here with Ingram. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Bears get a bit closer. Santos with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off play action. Huntley. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr., and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with a Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. The return is Jones from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Off play action, Fields. He's got his man, London, right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, Ingram. And he's got some space here.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now this throw caught left side. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play.
Ingram again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Ingram.
He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And here we go on 4th down, Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. O.J. Howard. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Huntley.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ingram again. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.
And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Cougar 19. Panther Street.
Back to throw. Huntley eluding the pressure right. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. They run straight ahead here with White. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. To throw on second down. Huntley. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Check contact.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Check pass.
And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Buccaneers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. First down, here's White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
70 Rangers. 19 Lions.
Looking to throw. Huntley. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Bears are right back in this football game. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. That ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
From his own end zone, Fields. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Fields. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Fields. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Fields throwing again. That is intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guy.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20, 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Was shot right. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This pass caught. It's Woods. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Again, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Drake London from 3 yards out. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. On second down, they'll run with White, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Huntley to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Warriors 70.
Here's Huntley. Going deep downfield for Ross. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now it's Fields. Flushed out right. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, a little something to clean up before the next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it did that. I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.